This is a xylophone.
If you've enjoyed learning about
It's an instrument. And occasionally composers ask us to do a glissando. Glissando. Go. This is probably the xylophone. It's rather a dry sound like this. But with the pedal, the vibraphone acts rather like a piano. And the other piece of technology on the instrument I think is very interesting is the motor. A rather pleasing sound, I think you'll agree. So a rather beautiful instrument and rather versatile too. Ooh. This is probably the largest of our two percussion instruments. The larger xylophone, the highest note is here, and the lowest note is here. Perhaps not. The glockenspiel, or the xylophone as it's sometimes known, is traditionally a series of metal notes from small up here this is a drum. Traditionally an instrument and most commonly used in so. And sometimes to sustain the sound we need two mallets. And we can two mallets. And we can create some quite interesting crescendo effects with them. Sometimes it can sound rather more mellow and quiet. The tam-tam had its genesis in the Far East. It actually grows. These are snare drums, sometimes called side drums, and they're called side drums because they're side drums. We have three different side drums and they're called. This is a tenor drum, that's a pitch. Three different sizes producing three different pitches. But all really producing the same pitches. One of the most memorable moments in any symphony orchestra concert will be that sight, not very often, of a cymbal player playing that single large, loud cymbal crash. Crash. A rather pleasing sound, I think you'll agree. Sometimes cymbals appear crotales, or the xylophones as they're sometimes known. Beautiful sound, delicately played. The present day orchestral tambourine can be very loud indeed. Yay! We can sustain the sound by shaking it. And another way we can sustain the sound is by shaking it. And another way we can sustain the sound is by licking our fingers. To provide friction by shaking it.
If you've enjoyed learning about the instruments in the orchestra, you've enjoyed the orchestra and the orchestra.